6 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Was it yesterday? I think we had the news that Jack, oh gosh, I can't remember his last name now. The guy who played Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah,
what was his name? Jack?
Jack. It was Superman.
Not Jack Olsen. How did I forget his name already?
Jimmy Olsen and Jack. I can't remember his last name
Isn't
now.
that crazy?
Yeah, we had such a long conversation about
Is it
him.
Ward? Was it Ward? Jack?
No, I don't think so.
But anyway, I apologize for not remembering his name. But anyway, he was gay, and I never knew he was gay. I never knew Jimmy Olsen. Well, not Jimmy Olsen, but the guy who played him.
Yes.
And apparently, it was the biggest disappointment of his career, not being gay, but being famous.
Yes.
Because by being and I guess in the 50s, when you became famous on TV, it was a shock because not too many people had experienced this before.
Right.
You know, you have this like instant fame. It used to be, I guess, prior to TV and radio. To become famous, you had to be an elected official or some kind of huge religious leader, or
in the movies,
or movies. I'm sure were part of it, or an author. You know, you had to do all those things. TV made Jack Larson. That's his name, Jack Larson.
Good,
I knew if I got away from it, it'd come back to me. Anyway, so he died at the age of 90, and in addition to how we know him as Jimmy Olsen from Superman. I mean, the guy made such great contributions to this world that he's less known for.
Exactly.
Anyway, so it was a sad story, and I wish I could have known his personal story. I wish I would have known somehow how to get in touch with him and see what life was like for him. Can you imagine? I mean, everybody knows nobody wants to be outcast. Nobody wants to be not wanted in the community because of who you are. We are becoming more and more enlightened as we evolve as human beings. Grant Spradling's probably relating to some of what we're talking about right now. He's on the phone. He's the founding executive director of the Monroe County Fine Arts Council. Monroe County, for those who don't know, that's the entire Keys.
Yes.
From Key West all the way up to whatever the northernmost one is. Isla Morada? Is that the northernmost one?
I believe so.
Grant is also served as an associate minister in congregational churches in Attleboro. In Cambridge, Massachusetts. He taught in the bush in West Africa.
That's pretty cool.
I want to do that just so I can say that.
Yeah.
He sang in the Metropolitan Opera Studio and on Broadway, and he happens to be our guest, and we're honored to have him. His book is called David Goes Home, Growing Up Gay in the Dust Bowl. Good morning, Grant. How are you?
Hi, I'm just fine. I didn't know... I didn't remember you knew all that about me, but when you reach my age, you can do a lot of different things.
Well, thank you for being on the air with us today. Where are you right now?
I am in Merida, Mexico, sitting in my little studio looking out over our jungle. And,
okay, so who is David?
David, David looks a lot like me, but David is a fictitious character.
Okay.
But I was also a congregational minister, and David was a congregational minister, and he's in a rocky gay relationship with his partner, and haunted by terrible nightmares. And then he gets news that his mother's died, and when he goes home to the funeral, he sort of goes back in time and relives what it was like to be in the middle of the Dust Bowl at the beginning of the Great Depression.
Oh, wow. And did the story come to you in a dream, or it sounds like this is part memoir?
Well, let's say the story hangs on I'm sort of the Matrix. I mean, my lifetime is the Matrix, but I really try to follow the muse and be faithful to this story. But I also try to write the truth. I mean, what did happen could happen, and mostly, it did happen.
And what is wonderful about your book is that even though the character David is struggling with his identity, when he becomes involved in the town, and then there is something that a tragedy happens, he finds out that some of the townspeople have things to hide also. So it is a really cool written mystery.
Yeah, yes, and of course, I guess most of us know that there are a lot of things that we don't. There are a lot of things going on that we don't know, he realizes that the figure that haunts him is the sheriff who was murdered when he was a boy, and of course he doesn't understand why this is haunting him. So in a way, the book is a mystery story. He tries to find out. He becomes obsessed with finding out what happened to the sheriff, because the murder was never solved. The solution that the town lived with was that it was a drifter came through, and of course David thinks that's not true.
Oh wow! And is that based on any true story?
Well, yes. I do want to say that I have very, very fond memories of my hometown. People were very kind to me, and even though they may have thought, he's a little artistic or something, no one was unkind to me. But indeed, in my hometown, which is Weatherford, Oklahoma, and in the heart of the Dust Bowl, our sheriff was murdered.
Oh,
and
wow.
indeed, they said that it was probably a drifter. Now, I've made up a whole different story, and I saw in my book, I do solve the murder, but that is pure fiction.
Oh, okay.
I want anyone to read it. So, that's my writer's imagination.
Oh, you also had to overcome dyslexia.
Yes. I sometimes like to say, to be born in the middle of the Dust Bowl at the beginning of the Depression with dyslexia doesn't sound very propitious. On the other hand, maybe it was, because there was a college in my town, a teacher's college. They gave me a lot of attention. They didn't know what dyslexia was, but they knew that I wasn't dumb. And it wasn't until I had finished theology school that I finally found out that the reason I couldn't spell and I read slowly and scramble things and a lot of things that happen to dyslexia.
It is another way that the human race is evolving. We're starting to recognize things like that, like dyslexia and things that otherwise.
It was almost as bad as being gay. You don't know that you're gay, and you don't know what's going on with your head.
Oh, exactly. That is a portion of turmoil there.
Yeah. So, do you? It says here you were on the Ed Sullivan Show. What did you do on Ed Sullivan?
Oh, well, get this. I was with Ethel Merman.
Oh, wow.
Richard Rogers did a revival of Annie Get Your Gun. And I just was in the chorus, and then we toured, we did Broadway, and then we got on the Ed Sullivan Show, and I'm standing out there and waiting to go on behind Ethel, of course, and she's singing, "There's no business like show business." And I thought, I'm here.
My goodness, you're a fun interview. I wish we had more time with you, Grant. I have a copy of the book that Grant wrote. It's called David Goes Home. I would like to give a copy away to whoever calls in to ask for it. The rest of us have to go buy it. Grant, give us a website or other information on how we can buy the book.
Oh, well, Amazon.com, it's there, and my other mystery stories are there. And I would be delighted if people read it, and I mean to entertain as well as confess.
Entertain and confess. That's kind of funny.
You're fun to interview.
Grant, thank you for being on the air with us today. You're definitely welcome back anytime. If you're ever in Central Florida, come to Ocala and sit in the studio with us. We'd love to have you.
Thank you so much. It's been fun talking with you.
That was fun. Too quick. All right, we'll take a little break and be right back.
The The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident for today. Clouds and limited sun with a couple of showers and thunderstorms around. High 84 to 88. Partly cloudy tonight with a shower and thunderstorm in the area, mainly early. Low 68 inland, 73 at the coast. For tomorrow, times of clouds and sun with a thunderstorm around during the late morning and afternoon hours. The high 86 to 90. For Saturday, times of sun and clouds with a thunderstorm likely, especially in the afternoon. The high 86 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood, and when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
The Appleton Museum of Art has a full schedule this fall of studio art classes for all ages and abilities. Kids can enjoy after-school classes and special programming on school half-days and the first Saturday of every month. Adults can take everything from calligraphy to painting to wheel throwing. For schedules and class descriptions, visit appletonmuseum.org or call 352-291-4455. Bring your creativity to the Appleton Museum of Art, located at 4333 East Silver Springs Boulevard.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident for today. Clouds and limited sun with a couple of showers and thunderstorms around. High 84 to 88. Partly cloudy tonight with a shower and thunderstorm in the area, mainly early. Low 68 inland, 73 at the coast. For tomorrow, times of clouds and sun with a thunderstorm around during the late morning and afternoon hours. The high 86 to 90. For Saturday, times of sun and clouds with a thunderstorm likely, especially in the afternoon. The high 86 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens, has created the perfect bottle for whatever happens. The Bud Light Cool Twist aluminum bottle. It's made of 100% chill-holding aluminum, so you know it's cold. It's tall and sleek, so it's refreshing. And here comes a twist. It's reclosable, so you know it's always up for whatever. The Bud Light Cool Twist aluminum bottle.
Just bring it.
Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Ocala Aviation now has opportunities for flight instructors.
Wait, hold on. Brad, is this correct? You're looking for instructors, not students?
Actually, we're looking for both.
Well, that's descriptive.
Well, I need flight instructors because we're now affiliated with a major university and can offer 4-year degrees. Plus, we're also approved to work directly with VA students.
Okay, so a degree in what, and what's a VA student?
Well, it's a bachelor's degree in aeronautics, which includes a commercial pilot's license, and there's financial aid available. By VA students, I mean veterans. They now have access to new benefits to pay for flight training.
Okay, so you have new opportunities for new students. What about the instructor side of it?
Well, with new students, we need more instructors.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
So, if anyone out there is a flight instructor, I want to encourage them to come see me. And if they're not an instructor but have their commercial license, we can help them become an instructor.
So they get their instructor license and have a job too.
Exactly.
So you got a lot going on. The VA, the college, and now hiring instructors and future instructors too.
Yep. So now can we get the commercial started?
Already ahead of you.
Call Brad to get your adventure started today at Ocala Aviation, 861-7484.
Do you drink bottled water because you don't like the taste of your tap water or you suspect it's not safe?
Not anymore. I went to SafewayWater.com. Their water doctors make free house calls and they are trained water treatment professionals.
If your water is under the weather or you're dealing with well water problems, call Safeway Water at 855-999